What do you think, Lynn?
What's up, you guys? Today we're gonna do a little birth reaction
recap. So we got the whole crew up in here. We got little Miss Sadie over here. She's got the hiccups. We got little Miss Bo over there. She is chillaxing.
And then we have our birth vlog video all queued up here. I haven't watched this since the moment we put it out, yeah, because I cried every single time. I was crying for like 2 days and I was like, I just need to never watch this again. But there were so many stories and so many details that we didn't really talk about because, well, Kaylee was in labor, so.
Of course. So we want to kind of dive in a little bit deeper and share with you guys the full story. Because I know for me, at least, when I used to watch videos like this is what really helps me, give me confidence in doing the damn thing.
Now you're giving it back to the birth
now I'm
ecosystem.
Giving it back to you guys.
But before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that we have a brand new coffee available called Heirloom, and this is to celebrate Sadie's birth, but we'll tell you more about it at the end of the video.
So, I don't want to get my hopes up too high, but I'm pretty sure that I've been having contractions now. It's 9 o'clock in the morning since 3:30 this morning.
Now, what you guys don't know is Kaylee recorded this part and then we thought it was false labor.
I definitely thought it was false labor.
I went on a 3-hour hike, so I just headed out and then she called me like an hour later. She's like, you better get back.
Yeah.
I'm just pacing around the house eating. Not really sure what to do. Not really sure where to go. Honey, I'm excited. This was the theme of the whole birth. Is the men, me, and also the other men who will come into this video, were freaking out, and Kaylee and all the women were so calm. I'm excited.
So, that moment, I want to share something really special with you guys. While I was sitting on that couch, a week before I went into labor, my mom's mom had passed away. And that day was actually her wake. And I was supposed to go that day and tell a eulogy. You know, I was supposed to give a eulogy at the wake. And that morning, because I had thought that it was false labor, I was writing out the eulogy in that exact moment for my grandmother. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to the wake. But I will say it was extremely special to be able to, and kind of ironic that it was like that morning, the celebration of my Nana's life was also the same day as Sadie's birth. And another little kind of side note, Sadie's middle name is May, which is actually my mom's maiden name, which is my grandma's last name. So, kind of cool.
It kind of changed a sad day into a day of celebration.
Exactly.
Kaylee's just updating the midwife and the doula now that she's having 5 contractions per hour.
Probably more than that at this point, actually. Probably like 7. I should probably start counting them. It's probably time that I should start counting them. Yep, go. Time it.
3 minutes and 6 seconds.
Yeah, but it might be different next time, so we gotta keep doing it.
You can see right here, we still didn't really know. We didn't really even know if this was
a contraction
or active labor or contraction.
Whoo, yeah.
I've never seen someone smile through a contraction.
Well, they're not so bad yet. Sweetie, should we check on the potatoes? All I was thinking about was food all day.
There's so many moments in this video where we're like, oh, and she's eating again.
Yeah.
You can hear her having a mid-contraction right there.
In that moment, that deep breath right before. Yeah. That's real.
What does it feel like?
Kind of like stabbing pain.
Oh boy.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's already been 9 hours. I think they say active labor starts when you're having more than like at least 5 an hour, which I've been having for quite a while. It was kind of funny because for me, it had already been 9 hours, and my midwife was just telling me a few days before she'd just done 2 births in the last week that were both new moms, And from the moment they went into labor to the moment they had the baby was like 4 to 5 hours.
They were definitely on edge for that because their last 2 were like...
So the midwife was like texting me and the doula was texting me like all day, like, are you sure we shouldn't be coming yet? Are you sure you don't want us to come yet? I was like, nah, like, I don't think it's coming anytime soon. They say once you can't talk through a contraction, that's when it's like, things are really moving along.
You guys see Lola in there?
Eating my plate.
She was taking advantage of every single moment that we weren't paying attention. Little sway?
Yeah, just like a little bounce, you know. Lola knows, I think. You think Lola knows? You know Mommy's having a babe. Little sweetie. This moment is pretty hilarious. I told Jordan, I'm like, I feel like I want to go outside. It was like a beautiful day. It was like the first taste of fall that day up here in Massachusetts. It was like just cool enough outside. And I was like, I feel like I just want to go outside, get my feet on the dirt, even though I had socks on, but... And
I was in like anxiety overload. I'm like, I just gotta go and smash something with a axe.
Yeah, that's when the gospel music started. You can kind of hear it in the background.
With more pressure, like that.
Put your hands a little closer together.
This is where we start figuring out the counter pressure thing. Like, this is all just from the movies. I hadn't had any experience doing this. We didn't take any classes in doing this.
Right.
So we were just trying to kind of like figure it out as we went.
Yeah.
By the way, this is meal number 3. You had a peanut butter and jelly there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was honestly probably the best PB&J I've ever had in my life.
This is how Kaylee always saw herself giving birth. Oh, you just turned it down.
I just don't want to get demonetized.
That's what you're thinking about mid-contraction?
I'm not having one right now.
Kaylee's just pumping the gospel music over here if you're getting all emotional.
I'm not even religious, but for some reason gospel music really just gets me in the zone.
Where did that come from? Did you know that you were going to put gospel music on?
You know where it started? You know Tori Kelly, that girl that I love? I didn't even know she was like singing about, you know, godly stuff. She kind of got me into the realm of like, it's not even really gospel. It's like the current gospel music, which is very just like, it just brings out that like...
The cry, the tears.
The emotions and the connections and I don't know what it is, man, but I was getting down with it. What time is it, honey?
It's just so...
What time is it? It's 2 p.m. and my contractions have gotten significantly more intense. And they're about 4 to 5 minutes apart right now. So I just called the doula and the midwife to update them and let them know. And it's coming. I don't know if Sadie's gonna be here tonight or tomorrow, but I think she's gonna be a September baby. I was absolutely convinced that I was gonna go at least a few days late, if not a week to 2 weeks late.
I thought October 10th. This is September 29th, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like October 10th, you know, a week late.
That's what a lot of people guess too, because usually you usually a lot of times go either like past your due date or like closer to, after due date.
When Kaylee went in the tub downstairs, you didn't even know if you were in labor anymore.
Yeah, it was like immediate relief. I was in there maybe for like an hour, and in the tub I like couldn't even feel the contractions. To the point where like we were messaging the midwife and doula again, being like, don't come, like hold off, like I'm good.
The midwife is on her way. We've been talking with the birth team this whole time because they don't need to be here for the whole thing. This could be a long, slow process, and right now we really don't need them. Kaylee's just breathing through it. We really wanted to be on our own. It was like kind of special, just like the two of us hanging out. And while like having the midwife there would relieve some anxiety, you knew you didn't need her at that moment.
Right.
But it was almost like the moment that they did come was the absolute like last minute when you needed them.
Right. It really worked out like perfectly.
And one thing that we've found out is putting pressure on our lower back brings an insane amount of relief. So anytime she's shaking her head, so anytime she starts having a contraction, I kind of just follow her around and just do this. So this is our midwife, Kim. You guys haven't seen some of our other videos, and you met with her like maybe 8 to 10 times before this.
Yeah.
One of the big things that she talked a lot about is reducing stress and anxiety.
Right.
And you can see when she starts to come in just how she talks to Kaylee and me and how calm she is.
Yeah.
Do you think they're shifting from when you texted me earlier, or you think they're still kind of?
I feel like they might be a little bit closer together.
Okay.
Right, let's do this.
That's how we know it's not baby coming out time. I know. If you're
So something that's really interesting, this is probably more for you ladies out there, but usually a lot of times before you have the baby, like weeks before, you start getting your dilation checked. And that was something that I kind of was like, well, I feel like I don't really need that because I'll know when it's coming. Like sometimes it can put a thought in your head like, oh, I'm dilated at 3. I'm going to go into labor in a few days. And sometimes women don't go into labor for another week.
And that's anxiety that they talk
And it's
about.
like, yeah, and it's constantly like being on edge, like, you know? So I wasn't even going to have her check my dilation, but
She was walking out the door. The midwife was walking out the door. And my mother, who's much more conventional, she's like, why didn't she check you? I don't understand.
yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know. Like, she just said she doesn't need to. My
Yeah.
mom's like, have her check you.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. So let's do it. So we went upstairs.
I hear you cheering. Can I get a little update?
5 to 6 centimeters
yeah, like-
dilated.
What does that mean?
We're having a baby.
We're gonna have a baby
Today?
tonight.
Tonight?
I mean, maybe by tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, you guys will be tucked in with a baby.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You can't see my face there, but I was just like,
That's when the moment hit.
and then we were like, good thing that she checked.
I know. Well, the thing was, like, she was gonna go grab dinner, but like just down the road. So even
Yeah.
if things progressed very quickly, she would have been here in 10 minutes. So
5 centimeters.
See? I told you.
There's my mom for you guys that didn't know, and you can tell she was like, I told you.
That's it. Yeah. So we're going to have the baby tonight. Yeah, right?
that was my thing this whole time. Like, drinking water through a straw was just like the most satisfying thing. And I felt like I was like consuming more water because I was drinking it through a straw, which was good. They say to stay hydrated.
You know what?
You call it
By the way, my mother always wanted to have a girl. And she won't say this, but when my brother came, she was like so disappointed that it wasn't a girl. And then with me, I guess she didn't care as much, but the baby's name was supposed to be Jordan if it was a girl and Michael if it was a boy. And then she just decided to keep Jordan anyways when I was a boy. And my name's Jordan Michael Saglio. So this is kind of like the moment that my mom's been waiting for 30 years.
tomorrow?
Huh?
You call it
I already did. I already canceled all my appointments. I gotta go get in the shower and beautify myself for the pictures. I don't want her to meet me like this. Look at the way I look. Nice and fast, nice and strong. Just the way we like it. Yeah, perfect.
Things are progressing pretty quickly. We're calling the doula. The midwife's already here. Listen to how the doula talks to Kaylee and how everything is positive and everything is so calm.
So chill.
Like you just want to like take a nap listening to her talk. It's so
yeah.
relaxing.
Yeah.
I think I might be ready for you to come.
Okay, sweetie. I will be there soon.
Super exciting.
Yeah, lots of good work, Kaylee. That's really sweet. I'm really glad that your body's so efficient. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, and they're coming. They're definitely coming stronger and much closer together. So
Good. Those are the ones that help to send the baby. The other ones are, a little more like changing cervix and getting baby engaged. But these are the good, these long, strong ones. These are
Yeah.
the great ones. Okay.
And here comes another one.
That's the face I'm having a contraction. Hurry up.
Perfect. Okay.
all right, amazing. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
All right.
I think she knew too, by the way. Like I was breathing. She's like, oh, okay. I'm on my way.
Both hands, baby.
It's crazy how much relief that brought. Like the pressure, on the lower back.
Pushing on you?
Yeah.
So
Oh no, that was the moment that I had my PB&J.
no, this is your second PB&J of the day. Remember we made you one? You're like, that was good. Can you ever make me another one?
I did?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't even remember.
Because my mom made it.
I don't even remember that. I was eating so much that day. Oh my god. Oh, Papa, here.
Good right now.
Here, baby. Here, Papa.
Right,
That's good. Go ahead. Oh, you don't want that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Here, try again.
I want the real thing, Mom.
I know you do. Hold on. We'll do it in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. That's good. No, I don't like this. There you go. Oh, that's good.
It's alright, good girl. Lola would just come running upstairs and like look at us, and then run back downstairs, and then come back up and kind of look at us.
Yeah.
So
She knew something was going on. She didn't know what, but she was feeling the vibe.
Okay.
Just remember, we welcome the contraction. We say, hello, contraction. This is my best shot at being a doula. Is it doula if it's a man? Or is it doula?
Dulo.
Doula? This is my best shot at being a doulo. Welcome. Kaylee just wasn't having it at all.
No, I would have been laughing, but I was just like so focused on the contraction at that point.
You don't like the jokes right now? It's alright.
Like I couldn't even talk. That was the moment when you can't talk
I just
anymore.
like don't
That
have
was the
much
moment.
focus on, like, anything else.
Yeah, get the bites in while you can.
I just got to stop here and give an immense amount of credit to this guy because
What'd I do?
we knew we wanted to document this whole day, and obviously Jordan was in charge of that because I was of no help. And he did such an amazing job at setting up all of the cameras in positions where we could get a lot of the raw and real moments. But he was also very much involved in being very present for the birth as well.
There was a lot of moments when I wish we had Kake. So shout out to you, Kake, who helps us film a lot, basically film everything. And a lot of the footage was actually botched and like, I kind of made a mess, but there's a lot you can do with editing.
Yeah.
You're gonna be so amazing. You already know it.
This is when shit starts getting real.
Yeah. And then this was the doula. This is my girl right here. This is my woman.
It's real.
The number of births that Teresa's been a part of just brought so much comfort. I mean, she says she's
And the midwife, both of them.
the midwife has done over 600 births, and Teresa, I don't know if we ever got a number from her, but she says she does like 5 a week.
Yeah, she's always.
And if you pay attention to her face during the birth, it's like nothing phases her. She's like, I've seen it all.
Yeah.
She's just like enjoying it with her hand on her thing.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
like,
show you at the end. It's so cute.
By the way, you see the grapes there in the bottom left corner?
Yeah, it feels like I just got some giant shit. Yeah.
That's literally what it feels like. It just feels like you have to poop for hours on hours on hours.
Love it. You kind of do. Yeah. Might be the nickname.
Can I jump in and do blood pressure while you're in between?
It's like I feel like crying.
She was so cute. I remember she started braiding my hair, and then it was like in that moment, all of a sudden, I just said, I feel like I just need to cry. And I guess it's totally normal, like when you're more so during a natural birth, because the hormones start naturally coming through, and it just makes you so emotional, so emotional.
That's hormones. Let it rip. Don't hold it in. Let that go.
Yeah, she cried.
My thoughts are just
Oh, we did this nice.
Do you want to tell about the tarot cards?
Oh yeah, okay. So when Teresa the doula came, one of the first things she did, she was braiding my hair, she was kind of doing some breathing with me, and then she laid out all these affirmation cards. They all said like really cute things like, you know, you are a strong woman, like your body's meant to do this.
And Kayla's like kind of half paying attention to it. She's like, yeah,
I was
whatever,
like,
whatever.
yeah, I like couldn't really focus on it, but I grabbed one and baby, here, baby.
Her little face.
So the one affirmation card that I did grab, it said, "You can do anything for 1 minute." And let me tell you, that thing stuck with me all the way until the end of that birth, which is true. You can do anything for 1 minute. That's what got me through.
Nice big bed. You've been on the floor all this time.
So there's your shift, honey, okay? You just went to transition right there.
Okay, yeah, this moment was crazy. So like I was having all these emotions. I was feeling just like euphoria, but also like immense, just like I just wanted to cry. It wasn't like a sadness. It was just like, just very emotional, I guess. The other thing that started happening was my whole body was shaking uncontrollably, like convulsing, it felt like. And I didn't even know that this was a thing. This was nothing that I had read or seen before. The doula and the midwife were both just like, this is totally normal. This happens all the time. And I guess that is probably from a lot of like the stress, but also from the hormones. It's just like flooding my body.
You're so beautiful, honey. Oh, who's gonna come and say hi? So you can hear that machine, that little monitor that the midwife is using, and that's to check the baby's heart rate. And she was checking about every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and
especially towards the end, it was very frequent.
Crazy. I can't believe
It's amazing. It's so beautiful. All right, I just took a minute away in between contractions. Whew. So it's now 7:42. The midwife and the doula have been here for about 3 hours. Just keeping everything calm. Everything's progressing. We think she's about an hour or two out, but you never really know. So her water isn't broken yet, but that's can kind of happen later. So then we're kind of waiting for that next and just trying to support her and encourage her through all this. So I'm gonna get back after it, give her some love, and I'm gonna be meeting my daughter real soon. I'm gonna be meeting my pet real soon. I actually went down to the basement to call everyone. I called my dad, I called Kaylee's dad, I called Kaylee's mom. I was like, all right, it's time, get over here. Because we all wanted them downstairs.
For like the end part.
Yeah.
So yeah, the midwives kind of knew. They were like gauging the whole thing, obviously, and they knew the moment when to make that call. Oh, this feels so good. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
So good.
it feels right? And it helps you really, don't you feel real connected?
When I showed this video to my mom, she goes, "You put my big butt in there?"
Nothing.
So awesome.
She is awesome.
She's awesome.
Yep, she's always awesome. Nope, I'm good.
This is the point when I was editing it. At every single time, I'm like, man, are we really gonna put this thing out?
Yeah.
Are we really gonna? Are we really gonna share this?
She's got a big contraction right now. And she's effleuraging down and out.
So kind of a cool little thing, something I learned and something I read a lot was when you do that, that's why I kept doing that in this video, because apparently there's some kind of connection with your jaw and your pelvis and like your cervix. So if your jaw is relaxed, then it kind of helps everything open.
Is that the effleuraging?
No, the effleuraging, what she was just talking about was, which I didn't even know was a thing, but I was just like intuitively doing that, and I was just like rubbing my belly in like circles.
Oh yeah, I thought you were just hungry.
No.
To melt that, melt that pressure.
Look at that lip action, honey.
I thought I was doing that pretty well. Yeah.
You're using all your energy now.
I know, I'm already like ready. This was the moment where like it was really crazy how they say, and these are all the things that they talk about, but you never really know until you experience it. It's like once it starts and it starts getting really intense, you kind of go totally inward, and everything that's happening around you is just like kind of a giant blur. So there was a lot of moments of things around me that was happening, sorry,
Punch me in the face.
that I didn't really remember. Like I fully remember my experience from like, you know, a very tunnel vision. But it was crazy how like, how that really is a thing, and you really just kind of go very primal.
Yeah.
Sleep.
You okay if I listen?
This is a long one.
Yeah, towards the end, I felt like my contractions started getting much longer, and the times between them though felt long too.
Things kind of stalled at this point for an hour or two. And I remember I turned to the doula. I said, when are we going to notice a change? Like, what's the next thing we're looking for? And they said, you're going to hear her get real primal. And you'll see in this next clip. What is it, Bubba? You want to be a part of the video too?
Another amazing thing I remember like very vividly is my body never stopped moving. Like genuinely, I don't know if I could have had a natural birth laying on a hospital bed. Like I needed to be moving around, like swaying my body.
Oh, we gotta go with the position change.
Hey baby, what is it?
She wants to be with us.
You want to be with us? You want to see the people? Oh no, oh no, no, no. Oh no. So fun fact, this is something I found out just on YouTube last night in the middle of the night when I was feeding her. I saw this YouTube video, and there's a way to hold a baby to instantly make them stop crying. So her thing, she loves over the shoulder, but I found another one. You cross their arms, kind of like a straight jacket, and then you grab their butt, and you go like this. And she's totally content.
Listen to that bird. A couple of times you've gone.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch this part. This is the primal noise that the doula was talking about. And this is the doula here on the left side of the screen. And you can watch her look at the midwife and then look at me like something just changed.
That like deep, like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I felt that.
There's so many moments when I watch this that I again thought, are we really gonna put this out? And then I would just start crying watching it. And I might have not, it was only because of your confidence in putting it out that I wanted to.
Well, that's why, like I said, like why I pinned that comment. I was like, these were the videos that truly helped me do this. Like watching other women do it. And that's the thing, like I feel like so many people are so like disconnected from birth and like don't really know what it's like to see or witness or experience birth. So all those videos that were very raw and real were like truly would help me get through this.
Push on.
I'm scared.
No, I know. It's okay. Don't scare. Go ahead. I know. Use that.
What do I do?
Push. Heads out.
Good job, honey.
Good. Take a breath and rest, okay?
Slowly your breath.
Give that a little bit of a push.
So I don't know if you guys can tell, but like at this moment they were telling me to kind of like you typically see in the hospital, but you're laying down, to kind of pull your legs back to kind of open everything up. And I couldn't. I was so like just exhausted and just like couldn't really focus on anything at this point. I couldn't pull my legs back. So my mom was holding one of my legs back, and his mom, Michelle, was holding one of my legs back at this moment.
Slow your breath, honey. Slow your breath. You're good, honey.
Look at you see my mom's face. We like looked at each other like,
It's
I
coming.
can't believe it.
So also at this point, the head was already
The
out.
head's out, yeah.
The head's out.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy that happens first, and then you wait
We have like
2
2
minutes
minutes.
before the next contraction until...
She's got a head of hair.
Slowly breath down. Okay, listen to Kim now. So Kim's got the...
Just nice and slow.
Kim's got the...
Nice and slow.
There were so many moments when we were getting ready to do the home birth that we were getting so much
Feedback.
Feedback.
Yeah.
And no one in our family had ever done this before. Everyone had had hospital births. Everyone had had an epidural.
Right.
And a lot of people were trying to steer us away from doing the home birth, to steer Kaylee away.
Which, like, I understand, you know, it's just, it's honey bunny. That's her spot.
Yeah.
Which I totally understand. I personally spent hours and months researching this to gain confidence into doing this. And looking at the statistics and looking at stories and all of those things, where a lot of these other people hadn't invested that time, which is fine, but they obviously didn't because they weren't planning a home birth.
And they thought Kaylee was putting herself in danger and putting the baby in danger.
Right. That's what pretty much everyone.
So the intentions were good.
Right. They just they cared so much, you know, and. A few of the things that kind of went through my mind that people had said was, you know, what if it doesn't fit? You know, everyone always was like, oh my God, your frame is so small, like your hips aren't big enough to do this, or, you know, what if the baby gets stuck? And at this moment, it was like minutes before, all of those thoughts just like flooded my mind.
And you'll hear Kaylee say, are you sure it's gonna fit?
I want you to hold your breath and give it all you've got. Okay.
Oh, she wants something. Right there. That's when I said it. You can't really hear it because it was like mumbled, but that's when I said, are you sure she's gonna fit? And you'll see their reaction.
No, honey, no.
You have everything you have and you get her out.
This
is the hardest part.
Yes,
No,
this is. This is the longest. This is the longest piece of your life right here. The longest 2 minutes you will ever live.
You're gonna do it.
You
It
got
definitely
this.
was. It felt like
Okay.
10 minutes.
You're gonna feel it. Feel it. Get another.
I'm kind of whispering in Kaylee's ear at this point that that card that she pulled, and then I even talked to her about you guys. I forget the exact words,
I
but
don't
it was
even
like,
remember.
yeah, it was like, just think of all the people who are are praying for you right now and thinking of you, or that.
Have you in mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another contraction.
That strength inside feeling. That one we talked about.
You've got this. Go another minute. Okay. You feel it building? Great. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And all you've got.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's you.
Do you remember that day? Do you remember that day?
I think the most special moment is what's going to happen right here. For the last 4 hours, Lola had been freaking out.
Yeah.
She
didn't know what was really going on.
Yeah, and the fact that she came in the room at this moment.
Lola's here. We're gonna see you, Lola. Lola, come over here. Come on, Lola. Oh, look at you. Good work, Lola. Lola. Oh my God. You know,
So this was just like the most special moment ever because it was like I had my entire support system around me, and it was like my mom on my left, my future mother-in-law on my right, the midwife in front of me, the other midwife, my doula who I'd grown such amazing relationships with, and then Lola, and of course my love, who was right behind me the whole time. And it was just like exactly how I envisioned it, just having everyone that I wanted to be a part of it. And then of course, all the men were downstairs. So it was Bob, Jordan's stepdad, Jordan's dad, Doug, and then my dad. And
They were eating cookies and drinking whiskey.
Bob was making oatmeal cookies for everyone downstairs, which you didn't see was being force-fed to me at certain points. Not force-fed, but fed to me at certain points. And yeah, it was just like such an incredible moment.
You could hear the clapping there, and that was actually our dads at the bottom of the stairs. They thought something was wrong, so they all ran from the couch and got over there. And then they could hear my mom saying, "You did it," or Kaylee's mom saying, "You did it."
Yeah.
And they knew.
Yeah.
You did it, honey. You did it. Oh.
What does she look like, Jordan?
God, you looking at your mama.
She came out, you guys, just like that. Her eyes just instant, wide open.
So where am I? You're a rocket man. Rocket man.
Baby, Jordan, I can't believe it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, look at her.
So this is my dad, the one that's first walking in, and then you'll see Jordan's dad walk in, and they both crouched down, and it was just, I was all covered up. The midwives covered me. They were like, "All right, are you ready for the men to come?" I was like, "Yeah."
Oh my god.
That's your little sissy.
Look at Lola. I can't believe how good she is.
That's your sissy.
Oh my gosh. Our sweet baby girl.
You were such a good girl for that whole thing.
You were, honey buns.
One of the biggest things I didn't expect was the maybe like the dopamine and the adrenaline that lasted for days. I mean, I can't even imagine how you felt, because
Oh
your body
my
was actually
God.
going through it,
Yeah.
and your body's producing those hormones to help you.
Right.
But even I felt like
Yeah.
I was like, it was like
on a high
so
almost.
euphoric
Yes.
for days.
For the first week.
I think I'm still feeling it right now.
Totally. It still comes and goes, but yeah, like the first week, honestly, guys, I probably only slept maybe 4 hours in a week, in a full week. I was just like, even though I was exhausted, I couldn't sleep. And it was like kind of like an anxiety thing too, I think, just because it was like, oh my God, I have a baby now that I got to think about 24/7, you know? So I think it was like a little bit of anxiety, but it was more so just like, I was just on this high, just like, holy crap, life is so good. We have this sweet little babe. And just, it was crazy. It was crazy.
I think doing a home birth, it's funny, a lot of the decisions we've made in our life for the last 4 or 5 years have been met with a lot of
Doubt.
and criticism. And it's funny because every time that happens, it's usually one of the best decisions we've ever made.
Yeah,
And I would say the home birth was
for sure.
one of the best decisions we've ever made, really, that you've ever made.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
for our family. So before we let you guys go, we want to let you know about our...
Oh,
You want to let them know?
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm telling them all about your coffee. We have a new coffee called Heirloom. We'll link to it down in the description below, but this is something that we're so excited about. In all honesty, we're really excited about the label. We actually hired animators, professional animators that helped animate a lot of shows you guys may have watched. If you've seen Rick and Morty, they worked on that show. And they made this label for us of Sadie and of Kaylee, and we called it Heirloom for a couple of reasons. Not only is kind of like the whole coffee business that we're building an heirloom for Sadie, but the farm that we bought this coffee from in Panama is a legacy farm. It is one of the oldest coffee farms in all of Panama and maybe even the whole world. So if you guys are interested in trying it, we have a limited number of bags available. It's linked in the description below. Just to let you know, it might take us a week or two to get it to you. FedEx and USPS is very, very slow right now, as I'm sure you already know. So we're gonna get it to you as fast as we can.
Thank you guys so much. And we're so excited, you guys. We are officially a family vlog. Hi, good girl. Come on in.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.